How's everybody doing? Yeah, here we go. Here we go, guys, with another exciting episode of Profile PT. I am your host and Stuff Sergeant Stevens, Manny Man, Doc Stevens. I am just using this channel to give a more human side of those of us who have served, from our veterans to our outstanding, brave firefighters and first responders, to include EMS, and of course our outstanding boys and girls in blue, our law enforcement officers. So, without that being said, any background noise you hear as far as music, I do not own the rights to that. It is just to have a little music, just relax, kind of talking to my fellow Instagram group, TikTok tribe, YouTube team, and Facebook. So, like I was saying, at the eve of, we are looking at coming to another Veterans Day, where most veterans just say it's a day off. We all get our wonderful free meals from a variety of places. I always promise that I will not bring political stuff. We'll talk about social stuff. I think everybody wants to have a nice place to live, we want the kids to be okay, and stuff like that. However, we as veterans, I know I've seen a lot of stuff of veterans who say no veteran should be homeless after serving their country, and I need to start paying attention to more stuff like that. But my background was always healthcare, so I just take a lot of things to heart, because when I came into the medical field as a corpsman, where I started my journey at, I did shipboard with a gator freighter, or a more professional term, amphibious warships. Excuse me. And then I spent the bulk of my time with the Marines, the few and the proud, and it was a blessed journey. I love being with those guys. My original journey was to be a physical therapy tech. But again, I'll get more into that. This is just a basically hoo-ha of reaching out, and just, we're nearing that holiday season where a lot of our veterans may be down, going through things, missing their sisters and brothers who they've lost, dealing with the wounds of long forgotten wars and stuff like that, or not so long forgotten, but yeah, as the news cycle goes, it's not talked about no more. People don't hear probably thank you for their service as much, or it's not as seemingly genuine. But that's the job that we signed up for. We didn't look for huge accolades. We did it because we really believed in something. So, that being said, I plan on having a few more people like myself over the coming weeks. This was always, like I said, a journey for me. I chose this platform because I thought a lot about what we're going through. And I think for me, it's also a little bit therapeutic to be out there. Since I have retired and I live in a non-military town, even though there's a lot of veterans, it's a different culture, I guess, what I've seen, where I'm used to see a lot of young men and women high and tights, and I do see a lot of individuals every now and then, a couple of times a week. I don't know if they're reservists or what's called active guard reserve. They're active duty, but they're reservists, or full-time people in National Guard units, whatever, as admin people. There's a couple of them, mil techs. I can break that down, and hopefully I don't get a bad slap in the hand or YouTube jail, because I know stuff that I look at, it's like a lot more stuff about the military than I ever will. I'll just keep it pretty simple that people can look up, but I'll try to clarify. I think a lot of people have misconceptions about the military, that the military is bad or they're lazy. However, really a lot of the military is not much more than I won't say a job, but it's a career. Unless you just want to do your 4 years and get out. It's more because, of course, your average job, you're not forced to not forced. You don't have to PT or make height and weight and go to the range and go to the field. You go to your job. Whereas the average person that works in supply, they just go to the warehouse, do what they got to do. Not so much in the Navy, Army, or Marine Corps. I hope that I get more of my brothers from the Coast Guard and Air Force that will have no problem subscribing, like, comment. I do have lots of script writers, but I just want to be more personal. I will sit here in these first few episodes and I won't say wing it. I have a lot to say. I just need to channel it because I just need to get in touch with my brothers and sisters, because I think what I've seen, like I said before, I don't think anybody knows the military warfighter better than the person that takes care of them. Those of us who are medics, my medics, or those of us who are corpsmen, especially corpsmen who are on the ship, and with the Marines, we spend a lot of time with our guys, not just in the field, but we hang out with them and stuff like that, and we just go through that journey together. And I'm pretty sure there's other medics and corpsmen who probably have platforms. I just don't see it, and I want to just add to that. And eventually, as this channel grows and I get listeners, like I said, guys, like, subscribe, join. I definitely implore anybody, comment. I will know best, and I definitely want to interview as many of you as possible. Share your story with me. I want to help tell your story. I do see a lot of special operations guys do stuff, which is great. That's fine. But the bulk of the military is just guys, gals, PT, take care of stuff, come into work, do their duty. They'll have extra duties. And those who've gotten out, how do we adjust? Like I always keep saying, what are their triumphs? What do they see? Because I think for a lot of us, whether we serve 4 years or 20, to quote a movie, I hope I don't get slammed, but we were defending freedom and defending all this stuff, and then we get out and retire. Those who get out, I think a lot feel that what they lost a lot of time for, whether it's their early formative years or the bulk of their early part of their adult life, and they may feel a little jaded. But if there's brothers and sisters, I love them. By all means, if those of you who feel like you need to reach out to me, I know we have the National Suicide Hotline and the Veterans Hotline. However, if even that's too much, guys, don't be afraid to go into my DMs of OrcaPod Global on Facebook. Guys, I need you guys. I'd rather have 1,000 of you bum rush me and I'll do a Zoom call or whatever than just not get the news report, but another veteran knowingly has ended their lives. I am happy to say that no soldiers or Marines that I've ever taken care of have terminated themselves or ended their lives. I've had friends that I've served with who've done that, and that was a different capacity, and that bothered me because I felt like they couldn't call me. So, this is you guys' platform. Tell your story. I think America needs to hear our story of how we are finding our way. I will always go back to something I saw a few years ago when a young veteran got out and say, how do you transition to something that you were taken away from for 4 years. Like I said, in my case, 20. It becomes a very, I won't say scary, a very confusing thing. So I definitely need to hear you guys' story. The America needs to hear you guys' stories, so we can find a way together to reduce the suicides, to reduce the loneliness, gain a sense of humanity. It's the biggest thing. Anybody that I've served with knows that I'm a very personable guy, and I just want to. Our jobs are hard, and when we're out there away from our families, we are each other's families. So we got to keep each other up. And a lot of times I kept my guys up, and I go back to my hooch at the end of the day, and I'm pretty tanked. But I feel rejuvenated knowing that for the most part, everybody that I've touched, I was able to make a positive impact. And I, especially as a mental health sergeant, that they woke up looking for a better quality of life. Or as they would say in our resilience training, our master resilience training, hunt the good stuff. And they just look for the good stuff one more day. So that's a very important thing. That's a very meaningful thing. And those are those little small steps in victory of you, the hero. Like I said, it's not just about our veterans, but it's about our first responders and firefighters. Because the biggest thing a lot of people don't understand is that that is a culture, not just a profession. It's a culture that even our families never really fully grasp and understand. So for a lot of times, a lot of our battles are fought alongside those who are with us, and we walk away from that. A lot of times we feel alone, and we will choose negative things to cope. So again, this platform is as much therapy as it is for myself, but as is to help my heroes, my fellow heroes of our country, their story. That's the big thing. That's their story, and we want that. I think the American people need that. You know, I haven't done the math on that. However, we know anywhere between 2-3% of those of us who served. Not that 2-3%, a lot of them, a fair amount of them will go into being first responders. They'll become cops. They'll become EMS. They'll become firefighters, which now that's another culture that they can identify with. But it's an enclosed culture that even the families sometimes don't have a grasp of it. And it becomes a challenge. So it is important because we're the ones that allowing, truthfully, America, our fellow Americans, to go out their day to feel that sense of security, even though sometimes the world seems crazy and it's unsafe. How much more unsafe would it be if we didn't have them here? So without that, how about unwritten, invisible but visible security blanket? It probably a countrywide version of the Wild Wild West would not be an unusual thing. So to all you heroes who are still out there doing the job, whether you're out in the field, on ship, patrolling, at the fire station, at the dispatch, ready for the rig to run, thank you. So though Veterans Day is coming up for us, I don't know if there's a National Cop Day or EMS Day or First Responders Day. If they're not, should, but take the time, people, to acknowledge them. If you see them, I see them, I'll You know, I'll wave to the cops. I see the fire guys and stuff going out on a run. I'll give them a thumbs up, like I know they're going to do the job, or EMS. So appreciate that. So as I close out, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a great, outstanding week. Take care of yourself, take care of the planet, take care of each other, and show love, appreciation for your unsung heroes. All right? You guys have a good one. Cheers.